Hi, everyone. Welcome to Film Vets. I'm your host, Paul Dixon, and with me is my co-host.
Vet 2.
Vet 2, a.k.a. Dan. This is a channel where film vets, veterans, like myself and Dan, talk about movies and TV shows. Welcome, and if this is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can see our other stuff when it shows up. And sorry, we're doing a new intro. It's weird. But today we're going to be watching the trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy, which I have not seen yet, and I don't think you've seen it. Have you, Dan?
No, I actually didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, it's one of those, I believe, live action Disney movies that are not like off-brand of Disney, kind of like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is not the Disney Pinocchio, which was all the better for it, let's be honest. But this is actually one of their films. I don't know if this is going straight to Disney Plus, which is probably not a good sign, but let's check out the trailer and see what we think.
All right, let's just jump right into it. Let's fly.
Yeah.
And get lost. We're just a...
Tell me, how did you come to Neverland?
Michael! John! Are you...
Lost boys.
Every last one of us. But you're not all boys. So? What is
All
this
right.
place? It's home.
Well,
Peter found it. Just like he found all of us.
It's like he found me. Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
but
What do you say, boys? You ready for an adventure? It looks very far away.
It's closer than you think.
that was
He
cool.
just broke that clock?
Yeah, kind of. Oh,
What is it that you're afraid of, my love?
you hit her in the head.
Perhaps I don't want to grow up.
Hold the past in your heart, but where you go from here, it's up to you.
Come on.
Wendy, Moira, Angela, Darling. Where is Peter Pan?
Come on. Sorry, I just went to the last thing. It's when he's jumping towards it. I was like, is this like Fast and the Furious with Peter Pan? What are they going for there? I'm sorry. It's just... I got it. The Fast and the Furious. Oh,
That's pretty bad. If I could
Yeah.
take a swing at it, Fast
Swing.
and the Furious 1847 battle barge drift. It's
Hey,
a little wordy, but you
Dan-
kind of get the gist. It's just kind of
Dan.
floats right off the tongue.
stop giving Vin Diesel ideas. Stop it.
No, if I swear to God, I would love to see a prequel of the prequel for Fast and the Furious, where it's literally like continental drift, like it is just Vin
Yeah.
Diesel on a pirate ship, and he's only going like 20 miles an hour because that's the fastest that it goes. And he's got to like slowly turn it because it doesn't really drift.
To get
That's I would pay to see just a one-man show of Vin Diesel drifting a pirate ship.
to get back
That's
to
it.
the
I just want to see it.
to get back to the trailer in a second, when you said the prequel, I just imagined the Fast and Furious people as babies, and it's like Muppet babies with Fast and Furious. Anyway, let's get back to the trailer.
Tonka drift.
Tonka drift. Yeah. This looks... it looks kind of underwhelming. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't think it looks bad, but it doesn't look exciting. I don't know. It feels kind of drab. When I think of what the thing to beat if live action with Peter Pan is Hook. Now, Hook is a very interesting film because some people don't like it. Some people just think it's bad. I love that movie, but I can admit it has a lot of flaws. That said, it is the best live-action Peter Pan film we've had to date.
Yes,
This,
to date.
if I'm going to compare the two, I would pick Hook over this any day of the week.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah, I don't understand. I guess I don't understand why it's so hard to make a Peter Pan film. People try to make it too realistic. I think that's the problem. It feels like too grounded. And Peter Pan is not a grounded story, you know? It's about kids flying to Neverland and meeting a captain that wants to kill them all. And I just didn't get that feeling with this. It felt like a Disney Plus show or a movie, which, I mean, sometimes they look great, but sometimes they look like a Disney Plus movie. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, this needed to be a bigger deal. Now, I do like the idea of Jude Law as Captain Hook. I love Jude Law. But again, I don't know. What do you think? What did you feel about this?
So I had to take a quick note of something that you had said. You were making kind of a comparison between Hook, which I agree. That is the best live action Peter Pan movie we have to date. And I mean, it's just classic in a lot of the things that it brings to the table. One of the things, I understand where people would stop and kind of push back on Hook being a good movie, and they would say something, you know, it's got a lot of misses. It doesn't really fill in the gap here. It doesn't make sense there. The whole purpose of Peter Pan is that Peter Pan is trying to hold on to his childhood. They don't want to grow up. They're on Neverland where they never age. Hook took Peter Pan and let him grow up in the real world, brought him back to find his child. So it's going to come across as a little childish because he's learning to find that part of himself. We all have it. We all have that part of ourselves that is rooted in our childhood. And Hook does a very good job on exploring that little piece that's often forgot about inside of all of us. With this, Peter Pan and Wendy looks like it's going through a midlife crisis. It looks like it's trying to be super gritty and realistic, like Batman v Superman version. It's trying so hard. The first line where it says, "Tell me," and I honestly was waiting for someone to go, "Do you bleed?" Like, come on, you're trying way too hard with Peter Pan. It's about the inner child and not wanting to grow up versus Hook, who is the grown up. It's that existential battle inside of us. That's Peter Pan. And this, it's like it's just grown up versus grown up, gritty, realistic, and now we have to have some kind of over the top drawn out battle. Visually it looks beautiful, but I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, it
just looks like it's trying too hard.
Yeah, I think it just feels like it doesn't feel like there's enough vibrance for me. You think of the Lost Boys and Hook and the way their world looked and how everything was just colorful and different. I didn't get that from this. It just felt kind of, like I said earlier, drab.
And like the life is drained from it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a coloring problem or what, but it feels like they just kind of put these characters in front of the camera and said, okay, whatever. It didn't put a lot of thought into, I don't know. That's what it feels like. It just doesn't make me feel the way I did, the excitement I felt with Hook. And I hate to compare it, but that's what it is,
The feeling I got after seeing some of the kids and you see like, oh, we're the Lost Boys. The way it came across is it still seemed like it was executed well, but the direction they got wasn't be a child, have childlike wonder. It was you're 7, but act like you're 40 and you just submitted your tax. It's just like, why? Like, we're the Lost Boys.
I honestly wish.
God, I need a drink.
I honestly wish, and I'm not saying that I want a gritty. But I don't know. I want them to do something different at this point. I feel like
yes.
I feel like it just needs some kind of new blood in the story of Peter Pan and Hook, because it's a retelling again of the same story we've seen again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't get me excited, but I'll still check it out. Maybe if it's on Disney Plus, it's free. Well, why not? But what did you think of the trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy? Are you excited for a new Peter Pan iteration, or are you kind of tired of it, kind of like we were? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our other segments. Thank you so much, veterans, for watching, and thank you, Dan, for joining me on this trip to Neverland.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we've already determined I'm never growing up, no matter where I am.
Oh, that's
getting whiter.
Dude,
I have that Santa-like charm. I think that's what's coming out.
Look at all the
that
stuff
white
I
hair,
own.
It's even right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure if you had your stuff displayed, it would look a lot like mine. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. Screw that.
See? I got package for days. So everybody have a great time. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Little.